Hello everyone, and this is Serenity's here, back with another awesome Halo 5 video for you guys today, with a brand spanking new bit of gameplay from the new settings today, guys. But before we get into that, I would just like to take a moment to recognise and appreciate and also thank my friend Hyena. I'm sure that most of you will know who that is, Lightning Snipe, the legend behind the Mastery montage and all the awesome Halo 3 and Halo 2 montages of, well, it's indescribable really, the stuff that Hyena does, but recently he just posted a montage which seems to be his last, and I just want to take this opportunity to really thank him because I was friends with him, and it was a great honour for me that he actually mentioned me in his thanks to section, so I really appreciate that. I didn't expect to get a mention from Hyena, and coming from someone as big in the community as he was means a great deal to me as a fan and a friend, so just to let you guys know about that, and also to check out that montage. I would definitely recommend doing so. Most of you are probably fans of Hyena anyway, but just to celebrate to the spirit of Hyena with the beginning of this video. And some more, well, that was kind of upsetting news, but, you know, positive news that Hyena thanked me because, you know, it means, like I said, it means a great deal to me personally. But with this, in light of that, got some gameplay with the old boys, Nox and Serenity's here in Halo 5, playing HCS Oddball at the Onyx Diamond tier. We matched a decent team here. We're playing against Smurfulness, which is Painfulness. Smurfulness is his alternate account. He's a decent player. Home license, I had no idea who that was, but it was some alternate with some experience of play with decent stats. And the other alternate in this gameplay, Corporal Fung, was high Onyx rating. I think it was 1732, about a 70% win ratio. So pretty impressive, some pretty good opponents there, and also Halo Kitty was their fourth. So I believe Halo Kitty and Smurfulness, Painfulness and Home License were searching together, and they got Corporal Fun as their random, who was obviously pretty decent considering his Onyx rating. But it was really nice to be playing with Nox again, because I've not played with Nox, my Italiano friend. One of my best friends that I've really enjoyed playing with over the time here on Serenity's vids. I've achieved some of my biggest wins with Nox. Obviously with this one today, adding a new addition on the new settings, but I'd say the last time I played with Nox has probably have to be about a good year in a ranked playlist, and no particular reason for that. It's just Halo 5 hasn't been the easiest Halo to always play with my mates on this game, but it was just really encouraging to team up with an old teammate that honestly is one of my favourite people to play with, so shout out to Nox as well today in this video. And in this gameplay, guys, it's the new settings. So last time we looked at the Onyx tier free-for-all on Fathom, where I sort of discussed old versus new and showed you a gameplay of the final old settings I played. I might bring out some old settings games from time to time because there are still some I want to upload, but I thought today this warranted, in light of the fact I'm playing with Nox again a bit more. That, you know, it warranted the fact I was playing new content in the HCS playlist on my main account. And, you know, decent level gameplay as well, because the players we were playing against were Onyx to Diamond tier in this playlist, so, you know, a decent win by all accounts, so I was pretty happy with this one. And it really goes down to the wire, so I better get to the gameplay here and start commentating. So the first thing to note is obviously the HCS playlist recently has been taken over by Oddball. You can only play Oddball at the moment. I'm not sure if they've changed it to this current day. This gameplay is brand spanking new. As I said, it's only about 2 days old, so they may have changed it now back to the normal game types, but currently, before that, all the games were being played at HCS Oddball. They haven't, you know, chosen the best choice of maps, because you can play things like Overgrowth, and yeah, you know what I think about that, but not really a game type for HCS. It's not even a map for HCS. It's a remake of another map, and a, you know, pretty poor remake of that map, to be honest. But, you know, that's one of the game types I played. VR and Gunfire Magnum starts as well to mention, so yeah, the battle rifle with the new settings, I need to talk about this a bit. So I'm not too fond of it really. I do feel it's very weak now, the battle rifle. In most circumstances, if someone's ridiculously good with a pistol, they can just outweigh you in every fight, particularly if someone's good with a Gunfire Magnum. I find that the battle rifle's maintained its range, but in terms of its damage that you can do over time in a quick succession, it's pretty weak. And also most of the time when I use the battle rifle in this gameplay, you'll probably notice I get a lot of people weak with shots from range, but I don't pick up as many kills as I get assists, so that's something that I have found. Obviously I do need to improve my shot a bit, because that's kind of like my weakest point of my game at the moment, because I'm a bit rusty sometimes with the shooting with these new settings, but my general strategy is still good. I still know what to do to win a game, particularly in Oddball. I like to think that I'm quite a good Oddball player, because I always got my eyes on the objective, and in this gameplay in particular, Nox and I were with two randoms, because we were only searching together, two boys from Splice Company, and from the legendary God Squad that we used to have in H2A. We took a lot of names there, but you know, we were only searching us two against this decent team of 3, potentially 4. I think the 4th was a random, but you know, we knew it'd be a tough game, and we were trying to sort of maintain ball setup under Red Street, because that seemed to be where it's progressing best. And obviously teaming with Nox again was just such a privilege for me, so I could rely on him that things that I sort of started up or he started up, like the other player, between us would finish it up, so that was really encouraging. So you can see at this point here, I'm always trying to stay alive. It's really important in Halo, whatever game type you're playing, particularly in Oddball though, that you buy as much time as for your team to get back to the objective. So if ever you're like the last guy alive with the ball, or like, you know, you're all getting slain out, it's really important to do as much damage as you can in that period of time whilst your teammates are coming back on their spawn to make a play. And at the beginning we didn't really get a good start at all at the very beginning of the game. I think we lost everything, overshield and ball, but the next overshield Nox was able to secure, and then as you can see I've secured this one, and we managed to keep overshield control for the whole of the game because of that. So remembering the timing there was really useful. Unfortunately I don't do too much with it here. I create a bit of presence on the map, but at this point a one-shot kill that I was really looking to get does get away, and that's going to kind of screw me over there unfortunately. So as you can see, our ball guy is currently at open ramp, so we have a little bit of a lead. It's not really a massive lead, so we need to sort of get a hold of it more and try and hold more of a setup when we do get the ball. As you can see here, they're at open ramp, so I'm trying to throw some nice Serenity nades onto the area. Not the best grenades from me here, because the bounce doesn't actually do much damage to the ball carrier, so unfortunately for me it's not going to create much of an impact there, so I have to get a bit more involved. Some guy, nice intelligence from him to see where the shots were incoming, tries to shoot me from below, so I had to drop off there and managed to pick up I think a kill and assist there. And as you can see, I'm trying to finish off this kill, which is on I think it was on Painfulness there, which is Smurfulness. It was a nice finish, and we got 3 dead, but unfortunately the last guy on their team has the ball. At this point here, random spawn charge into the wall, just trying to put my POV back on, guys. So at this point here, I see they have it top Red Street, so I think about ground pounding the ball guy, because I didn't think he would notice me, but I think he did notice me as I was sort of coming up, so I had to abandon that idea. And he got out of range anyway, so the best thing I can do here is keep the ball carrier weak, prevent an escape, and try and hope that my teammates will come in time. Unfortunately for me, I do get cleared up, so as you can see, one of my teammates there, one of the randoms that we had, tried to sort of do something there, but we couldn't do much with it. At this point, Nox is telling me they're just literally all on top Red Street, so I know that I have to throw some really good grenades here, try and put some maximal damage on the guys trying to thrust away. As you can see, I'm just keeping the ball carrier weak. I'm not pressing it too much because I was on my own initially, and that ball carrier could have easily just whacked me, and it was Halo Kitty there, so you know, that was a nice play that I kept the ball carrier weak, waited for my teammates to come. I knew overshield was due to come up. It's now like the 5:45 sort of you know, mark, so I knew that it would be coming up, so that's why I was trying to sort of stay around the overshield as well, trying to, you know, secure Mohawk at the relevant time. At this point here, I see on the head under display 3 of my teammates have died, so I just say to Nox, right, I'm getting the ball with the overshield, and I'm just going to bring it to top mid, because I knew my teammates would spawn around that area, considering the enemy team had taken control of Mohawk. At this point, like, my teammates try to cover me as much as they can, but I wasn't really going to get away in that scenario. I was a little bit indecisive with the ball at that point. Should have perhaps, you know, done a bit more. Just I don't know, I didn't know where my angle was sort of clear, because I had a guy following me directly behind. Right here, nice attempt to try and kill Corporal Fung, one of the better players on their team. He does have the beam rifle, and I think, you know, to be honest, my nade should have been a little bit more on him because he's able to get away. The nade wasn't really that good on that occasion, so whenever someone hasn't seen you in HCS and you've got a guaranteed opportunity to like finish them off with a nade headshot kill, just make sure that nade is more or less perfect. I shouldn't have to say that about my grenades because they're normally really good, but that's one aspect of my gameplay that I do like to take pride in, but that particular one needed a bit more work, so that's unfortunate. So right here, as you can see, 3 of the enemy team right around, 2 of the people looking to put damage on me with their rifles, and the other guy, third guy with the ball. So the most I can do there is buy as much time for my team as I can, so try to put shots on all of them, get them weak. Nice kill on Painfulness here as he tries to take out Nox with the ball. Nice initiative from Nox to grab it. And at this point we're just maintaining that bottom red setup again, so it's nice that we're able to hold it for a bit here because we weren't able to get, you know, huge chunks of time before that. Just a nice kill there that I just got on that guy, and unfortunately can't do much else after getting that clear. At this point here, Nox gets a really big kill actually on Painfulness, which buys us like a bit more time for our team because it was a one-on-one fight there and he could have done something with that ball in that minute. So as you can see here, I think the overshield's due to come in. That's why I was sort of crouching, because I didn't want to make my descent right until it's always really important in Halo 5 whenever you play as well, like always go for the power up at that last second. Don't make yourself like appearable until the very, you know, second. If you know the second, you literally jump in on that second, but don't try to appear around the power up prior because there's a chance that you could get taken out. So it's really, really important that you get that 100% right when you go for a power up in Halo 5. At this point I'm trying to make use of it, so I'm chasing this kill. This guy's been smart and tries to get away, but luckily my teammate clears him up. At this point here I'm getting shot from behind from the open side, so try to stay alive with my teammate's help there. Managed to get a couple of big assists for my teammates to finish those kills. At this point here I see a guy under Mohawk, so I'm just looking to sort of survey the area and see where they went. And this is a bit of a terrible thing. This is where the game actually shifts in Smurfulness, Painfulness, Corporal Fun, Halo Kitty and Home License's favour, because as you can see, Painfulness there on his Smurfulness tag has just got, I regret to announce, has just got an overkill extern against our team. I was pretty surprised to discover that when I checked the stats, so yep, Nox and Serenities could be appearing in a montage, you know, sometime soon, but we did get the W in this gameplay, and in my opinion that's what counts. But nice clip. I watched it back after, it was decent. I'm not going to replay it because it hurts my heart a little bit to watch, but no, I'm kidding. But no, it was a good extern from him. For the other team, it really opened up the map for them, so that was unfortunate for us. And I had a very silly moment there, as Halo Kitty does give me the source, unfortunately. I thought that she went up to Mohawk. I didn't realise that she was still crouching behind that box. I did check it briefly, but I didn't see that anyone was there, and I just naturally assumed that you know, she wouldn't have had the discipline. Don't ask me why, to stay in that position, but she did. And obviously we're all getting slain now, and we're all going in one by one, which is something you really can't do at Oddball towards the end of the game, because if you all start to get picked off, the enemy team are going to get large chunks of time. So at this point here I'm lucky to get behind them and manage to throw some really nice couple of frags on Halo Kid to stop the ball time progressing. Unfortunately for us, there's only 2 of them dead, and one of them does have the ball. Nox, huge point at this moment to get the overshield. As you can see, he's starting to press the advantage there. I communicate to him where the other players are on my death cam right there. At this point I know the enemy team's going to get open, or potentially a red ramp spawn because of the spawn I got, the direction of my teammates. Now you can see they're coming from Mohawk because that area is open. Again, this map was Haven from Halo 4, and as I discussed in my Halo 4 videos, it's the same principle applies in Halo 5, but it's all about filling the gaps of the spawns on this map. So you got to sort of know, based on the gaps of the map, like where the enemy is going to spawn. So at this point here, some nice help to try and you know, stop the enemy from getting the ball. Nox throws it off, and the enemy team are able to get control of that, so that's unfortunate for us. As you can see, they're getting a little bit of time here. It's getting a little bit too close for comfort, so we really have to make sure that we grab this ball now and try and do something with it, and you know, make sure we get the remainder of the time. So I'm the player that's closest to it when it's played, and unfortunately for me, I didn't really have a route in mind. I didn't really want to take it to blue because I was a little bit nervous about dying over there, and then they would just, you know, control the ball and win the game. However, I didn't want to keep going the direction I was because I would have been killed by that guy that was shooting me. So all I could think to do was play it for a few seconds around that corner and hope my teammates would be, off the, be very quick off the touch when it spawned back in top mid. But luckily for us, they do get the ball from top mid, but we clutch it at the end and manage to get a really nice decent flank with Nox's help. And we're able to kill a couple of them and then grab the ball for the last 10 seconds to just edge out this game for a very, very close and intense win, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Did come down to the wire there. I got a little bit swayed towards the end of this one, but Nox and Serenity's, like old times, clutch it out when we most need to. This was Onyx Diamond Tier HCS, guys, the new Oddball game type. Let me know what you think of it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As for me now, this was Nox and Serenity's here, back with bringing you more gameplays. Hopefully going to play with my boy Nox more, and their fourth quit at the very end to try and save his rank. This was Serenity's, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.